In just a few minutes, you'll understand the two lanes of compensation in college athletics and why confusing them leads to bad contracts and predatory agent fees. So here's the framework that I teach. There are two lanes of money for college athletes. And once you understand those two lanes, the contracts you sign and the agent fees that you agree to should start making more sense. Lane one is what I call True NIL, and this is based on what the law is and what came out of the House settlement. True NIL is based on marketing. It's a business paying for your name, image, and likeness because your name, image, and likeness has commercial value. It's an asset to a business. Think endorsements, licensing, merchandise, appearances, and social media posts. In other words, what the law says and what a true NIL deal should be tied to is deliverables, what you are required to do under the contract, and a valid business purpose. That's a legitimate company advertising a product or service. The key feature of NIL is this: it follows the athlete. This is not about your roster spot. If you transfer schools, the deal can still make sense because you can still perform the marketing service for the business. Lane 2 is Rev-Share. With True NIL, a business pays you, but with Rev-Share, the school is cutting the check. So Rev-Share is salary-like compensation. It's tied to you being at a specific school on a roster. The key feature of Rev-Share is that it follows the school. If you're no longer at that school or on the roster, the reason for the compensation disappears. This is pay for play, where the school is paying you, not a business. That's why Rev-Share looks more like a player contract than a marketing endorsement. Now here's why all of this matters. When these two lanes get blended, athletes lose leverage in two places. First, in the contract itself. A deal will be labeled NIL, but the terms will quietly tie the athlete to a school. That creates confusion and it can create real risk, especially around transfer decisions. The second way athletes lose leverage is in the agent fees and representation agreements. A higher marketing style commission might make sense for true NIL, where an agent is creating and negotiating commercial value on your behalf. But if the money is more like a salary or rev share money, then a high marketing commission doesn't make sense. I go into depth about agents and their fees in other videos. So the big takeaway is this: don't get hypnotized by the label. The title of the deal doesn't control, the terms do. Start by identifying the lane, true NIL or rev share, and you define it. Don't let someone else tell you what it is. And once you do that, you can evaluate everything else more clearly. Payment triggers, termination clauses, transfer impact, and fair agent fees. In the next video, I'll give you a tool that will allow you to quickly classify a deal in real time. I call it the transfer test.